Welcome. This video we're going to talk about listing cart and manually finding listings and having them sent to a customer, which then they become agent recommended listings. These are listings that you're going to recommend and send to a customer. And these are manually found listings. Maybe somebody's recommended it to you. Maybe you've just been doing some searching and you came up with a listing, you brought up a listing and it looks like something you might want to have for a customer. So however you get the listing on your screen, you have a search done, address search, MLS number search, whatever it is. And so I have a listing here on my screen. I already have it selected and checked. And it looks like to me, as their agent, fits one of my customers really well. And I want to make sure that I give them this listing and it stands out a little bit. So from here, I have the listing then in a spreadsheet, in this case on my screen. It could be any kind of report that you might be looking at. And I have it selected. Always look for the select boxes. And I'm going to come up here to the report toolbar and I'm going to come down to the save to a listing cart. I click on that listing cart. It opens up some options boxes here to where we have step 1. Well, I only had one listing in this particular manual search, but I could have 2, 3, 5, 10. But I have just the one selected. In step 2, we can assign this listing to whomever. In this case, we have a couple of options. First is myself as the agent here or broker. I can have a listing cart for myself. But in this case, we're going to have this go to a contact prospect of mine. So I'm going to select contact. Step 3 is I want to find that contact and tie these two together. So in the box, I can start typing the name of the prospect that I want this to go to. If they're not in my contact manager yet, I can create a new contact just with this tool right here, just by clicking on it and adding some contact information. First name, last name is the typical. So I'm going to select Craig right here, and I'm going to say save. So now this listing has been assigned and is tied to that prospect, Craig. So now let's go look at the other side of this, actually go to the prospect of Craig and see where the listing cart works for this customer. So I'm going to come up here to contacts and I'm going to go into my view and manage contacts. All of my prospects and on any contacts appear on my screen. I'm going to find Craig by typing their name in this quick search box. And I have a couple of Craigs. I know it's for this one. If I click on their name, it opens up the work area and the wizard for this particular prospect. The wizard is up here in the top right. And we can say next as we come through the work panel over here on the left. As you can see where we're working through in our different saved searches for this customer. And or we can go straight to what's now going to be called agent recommended. So the listing cart, once you have a listing sent to the customer, becomes agent recommended. We click on it. And then over here, you'll see all of your listings that you have in here for an agent recommended listing cart for this particular customer. And you can see where we've had it modified, meaning that's where I just sent the one listing just a few minutes ago. Down below here in the notifications options, on the email notification here, if we select that, we can set it up so that the listing will be sent to the customer when there's a price change to this agent recommended listing. Or we could select Client Connect with Auto Notify, which also means that it's going to go out to the customer except by the means of the Client Connect portal. So if we click on Client Connect, then all of these agent recommendeds that I put into their listing card over this time period, 6 of them, are now in the Client Connect portal for this customer. If we go to go ahead and view the site, and as that loads up on my screen, we can see there's been new action here, and you can see the recommended flag over here on the left of that particular listing. So this is the one that I just sent them, and here are other recommended listings that they still have sitting in their undecided part of Client Connect. If they really like this one, we'll say favorite, and so now an agent recommended is going to go into their favorite section and they'll have access to it there. Back to Paragon. So that's having a listing cart, agent recommended listing, or listings going to a customer. We could also access listing carts by coming up to search and coming over to the listing cart section in the main menu of search. We click on it and we'll have all of our listing carts all here set up and ready to go for us. So I have quite a few listing carts that I have set. You can always click on a number and you can go see those listings. So that's using listing carts and agent recommended listings. Thanks for watching.